Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to episode whatever it is. Can't really remember. Uh, just like to start it off by saying Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a good start to the year. Um, I know it was pretty shit way to start off by hearing MF Doom passed, but it's
Hey man,
just
rest in paradise, brother.
sort of how it goes. Can't really help it. But yeah, it's a shit way to start the year, I think.
For all you crackers out there that don't know who MF Doom is, he
i.e.
was best way to
i.e.
put it,
James.
the first yes James cracker, dumbass honky. MF Doom was officially, according to the Guinness World Record book, the first real one.
Right.
So
Amen.
rest in peace to him. He passed away in October, but his family kept it secret, which part of me kind of respects.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's
I
good.
like a little
I like
privacy,
that.
but
There was
Valor, MF Doom, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, for a long time there, I was actually contemplating because he was selling records, CDs, like all of his old stuff, but he was also selling like masks, like different types of like that
yeah,
metal face
his
mask.
special mask, man.
And
God
if you go on the
damn it.
website, everything's sold out. Everything.
Yeah, oh, did you see? Oh, look, if you listen to this podcast and you're one of those cunts that buys shoes for 180 bucks and sells them for 500, stop listening. Like, go get a fucking life.
It's a
So
big fuck you, to be
MF
honest.
Doom had these shoes. They were sort of an Air Force One type of style, I believe. I'm not a big shoe guy, and I understand if you're a shoe guy, I respect it. But to those brothers and sisters out there who are scalping off shoes, get a fucking life, man. Because these shoes were selling for about 180, 200 bucks 2 weeks ago. Ethan, ballpark me. Guess how much they sell for now?
I think I did see this somewhere in the like wasn't it like 3 grand or something?
Yeah, I think it's 2,500,
Yeah, I swear.
26.
Yeah, I saw something on eBay about it. Fucking
Yeah,
unreal, man. Can't
fucking
believe it.
cowards, mate.
It's like it was the exact same when Greedy Smith out of Mentals Anything died. Everything that was
Yeah,
branded Mentals Anything just went through the roof. Records, fucking tapes, everything. Like
yeah, legit.
I
Like,
just I can't believe it, you know?
look, mate, I'm a fella to make money, right? But I mean, have respect for the dead. It's one rule: blood in, blood out, mate. Once the blood's out, don't. You know.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. I'm
Um,
with you there.
I was gonna say, speaking of respecting the dead, recent news came in this week. Unfortunate news, actually. It's quite
shit.
sad. Santa Claus tragically killed himself this week. He was found in his jail cell in Waco prison this week on Thursday, brutally beaten to a pulp, and it was deemed suicide.
Actually, James, I think you read the wrong article.
I don't think I did.
No. So I got this 5 minutes ago. So
Fresh off the press.
Santa. Yeah. So Santa attempted to well, let me hear me out.
I'm all
So
ears because
Santa was
I've
walking
been
down the
crying for
street.
the last four days probably.
Santa walked down the street, right? And
Down the street
this
of Waco.
Down
yeah, down
down
the street of
down the
down the
cafeteria line.
down the strip, down the rec yard. Anyway, these two thugs brought him into an alleyway, hung a noose around him, then strung him from a pole. However, when the public thought that he may have been dead, Santa was caught on CCTV, closed circuit TV, walking into a subway, ordering a footlong, and then walking out. And it turns out Santa had paid these thugs to make it seem as if it was a Christmas hate crime. And so, I believe Santa Claus has committed a Jesse Smollett. And once again, he is in the dirty of the public eye, if you know what I mean.
I
Yeah.
think he's going to be there for a while, to be honest, at this rate.
Yeah. Well, at this
So
rate, meaning he's dead. I don't think he's gonna be.
he ain't dead.
He's
It
not dead.
was It was all a ruse.
Oh.
I mean, the news
all
just keeps
ruse.
getting worse and worse about Santa, you know? I've grown up with Santa on such a high pedestal, and to find out he's not only a pedophile, but a fraud, just pardon my French,
You
but
can't really say that, Nathan. You can say that off the air, but probably not on the air, to be honest.
what? That's Santa's a pedophile.
No,
And he... Oh,
probably not.
So 5, we're back to pedophiles.
It's
Well, yeah.
what? It's been 5 minutes already, and we've already gone to the topic of pedophiles. Might change it up.
Number 2, clam chowder condom.
on the topic of that, on the topic of condoms,
Yeah.
how was
talk to me.
everyone's New Year?
Ah,
Good.
look, brother. It was great. I had a really good time. How'd you
Oh.
two go? You got these guys went away and didn't even invite me. Come.
Ethan and I went away because we're real friends, and Horsey's sort of a +1. We went away to
Fruits.
a couple of fruits. Ethan and I, the couple of fruits. We went away camping to Barumba. Not the. We went camping. We went camping, and for New Year's, so we went up probably the 30th, and we were supposed to come back on the 2nd. Ended up getting, what would you say, kicked out, Ethan?
I believe the term is forcefully removed.
Forcibly removed.
Excommunicado. eh?
Excommunicado. Do you want to give the story, Ethan? I don't really.
Well, I feel like there's a few parts of the story. Maybe
Ethan, go.
I'll start her off. Maybe I'll start her off, and
Yeah, I'll
you
fill
finish
in
her up.
where I think there's parts missing. So you go ahead.
So it started off as, you know, any old. You gotta think, it's New Year's. 2020 has been probably one of the, I don't know, for a lot of people our age and our generation, especially people who have just turned 18 this year, like a few people I know, has probably been one of the worst years, just socially, I think. So it was good to get to a point, end of the year, to just say, see you later, start fresh, and you know what I mean? Like, just to let
Yeah.
go of the year, really
Oh,
move on from
yeah.
it. So I felt this year, especially the New Year's for this year, kind of held a different. I don't know. Like
Weight
it
to
was
it.
kind of,
Definitely a different
yeah.
weight to it.
It was just something different, and
Yeah.
So we were camping at a. It's not really a caravan park, but it's not really.
It's not really
It's like
anything
a
else
campsite.
either. It's not really a tent park or anything else.
Well, it's not
Shithole.
really good. It's not really good, to be honest. We were with good people, so that's besides the fact. Had some pretty average weather, which you can't really help. But you know, so usual antics. New Year's Day, start day drinking.
Fuck it.
New
man.
Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, not New Year's Day.
Oh
Started
yeah,
New Year's Eve.
so New Year's Eve day, so the 31st.
Yeah.
The day of New Year's Eve, yeah.
The very last day of 2020.
2020.
The year fascism ended.
21,
Amen.
21, 21, 21.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the point. So yeah, so we were having a fairly, pretty big night, as you would expect. We were told that, by the managers of the campsite, look, you guys, it's New Year's. The general rule was 8 o'clock, no noise after that. But because it was New Year's, you guys can party till 12:30. So we were like, you know what? We'll take you up on that. We're gonna party till the late AM or early AM, however you want to take it.
Respect. Yeah.
So the night goes on and whatnot, and everyone's, you know, we got music pumping and whatnot, and so one of the fellas who works there, which is like the grandson or uncle or whatever of the older guy that, like, I don't know if he runs it or is just a bloke in charge or whatever.
Who's the one working the reception? If he's listening, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, he works reception, so I'll just leave it at that. Um, anyway, he was like hanging around us like a bad smell. to be honest.
Playing beer pong, getting tattoos.
Yeah, it was weird.
Got-
It was weird.
He got one of our mates had a tattoo gun, right? So he had a professional like setup, obviously as professional as you can get in a camp fucking site. He
Sherry.
had
Needles, of course.
fresh needles. You know, we're not getting hepatitis C from this shit. We're
Only COVID.
because I had the only powered site out of the 20 of us that were there. So
Mhm.
because I had a fridge, so I was unfucking prepared. So I got a I got a powered site, and one of the guys had a tattoo gun for New Year's Eve to get NYE 20 tattooed on their leg, and a few of my mates got it done, not me. But the guy from reception, who was hanging around us, like as Ethan put it, as a bad smell, wanted to get this tattoo done as well. So, you know, he was being a bit of a fucking Harry hanger-oner as well, you know, hearing all this shit, hearing about...
Fucking hero. Sounds like a legend.
Nah, sounds like a fucking fruit if you ask me.
Better think about life.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll let Ethan continue. Oh, I was cutting in there. Sorry, I just need to get a little bit of a vent.
No, you're right. So I'd say it's about 10:30, and so this fella, I could not remember the name of him. Let's call him
Fruit.
Fruit. So
Yep. This
Fruit
fruit.
comes up with one of his other freaking mates. That's, you know, salad tosser or whatever you want to call him. So all right, so
Mate,
the two
Fruit's
names,
salad
the
tosser.
two names
So
are
we get on
the
there.
salad tosser and fudge packer.
Yeah.
So they've strolled up onto the camp and they're like, "Oh, who's the one with the big speaker?" And we were like, "Oh, this bloke," because it was one of our mates who had it. He's like, "Oh, you should bring it down to this party we're having down there." And I was like, "Bruh, you seriously just like ask us to bring our speaker down to your lame party that doesn't have one?" And I was like, I just couldn't believe it. Like the nerve on this bloke, the nerve on Fudge Packer.
It's a strange thing to ask, really.
I mean, I just couldn't believe it.
The thing
you
was,
know.
they had nothing to offer, nothing to. And if before like you go, the
Not even
audience
women.
goes
Not even women.
goes like assuming what this audience of fair patriots look like. They were, I don't throw disrespect to people with souped up 4Bs or whatever 4-wheel drives, but they had like home job like these shittest 4-wheel drives I'd ever seen. Like these, like there was one car there that stood out to me. For example, it was just all the important shit cut out that you would need in a car, like all the the muffler cut out, everything, which is what you do. But there was like a home job double snorkel of stainless steel, which looked like it was just burnt to hell because it was done by the shittest welding I had ever seen in my life. And what they would do like during their day would be just like revving their engines during, not even going to the
And then
like
up the street. And
yeah, just like doing manies in a caravan park. Like it was like, what are you doing? And they came to us and asked us for a fucking speaker. We just couldn't fathom. We were like, what?
Have you two gents read Art of the Deal by Donald J. Trump?
I've seen the movie.
Well, see, look, if you read the book, you would have known that you could have, if I was there, I could have talked your speaker up into taking those 4-wheel drives. I honestly reckon it's a fair trade.
The Art of the Swap.
Yeah, it's an easy swap. If I was there, I could have bartered, and it would have been an easy swap.
We wish you were there, but you know, we're not really that close of mates. Oh, that's the first. Wait,
Jeez.
ladies and gentlemen,
Well
first
done.
voice break of the podcast, episode 5.
You say that as you say we're not close mates. Yeah, right, I cunt. Yeah, whatever. No, all good, man. No, it's sweet, brother. Like,
It was a pretty good. It was a pretty good
stuff.
cover up, wasn't it?
Number 3, Brown Lady.
Hey, look, you
I'm just
can't cover
kidding.
that up with a brown lady, bro.
I'm just kidding. Josh and I have been close mates for a very long time.
Man, buddy, pulling that stunt. God damn it.
On a public stage, it's pretty funny.
Hey,
Yeah,
though.
what is it? Number 6? Number 6?
This
Number
episode.
6, man urinates on fellow passenger for not being allowed to smoke.
being allowed
No.
to smoke.
Not being allowed to smoke.
But anyway, okay, so the speaker was a hot topic that they wanted, but you didn't want to barter with. So continue. Yes.
Not at all. After you, Ethan.
Oh well. All right. So we'll skip a few hours. 11:59, 50 seconds.
Yes.
I believe. Actually, James, you'll probably know this more because I only saw it from a distance. You were up there when that flare went off.
Oh
weren't
yeah,
you?
I was in the trenches when what I think you're talking about went off. So the last everyone that's listening to this has been there for a New Year's Eve countdown before. So we've been around a ute which has like live action countdown. We're counting down the 10, 9, 8. I'm a fruit. 7, 6, 5, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And 3, 4, 2, gay sex. And as Josh said. And so there was the group across the road from us, and they thought that so just to give you a premise of the area we are in, right? We're not in an open terrain, right? We're completely surrounded by gum trees, which are really tall trees, probably about 50 meters into the air.
Well, yeah, they're
Everywhere.
fucking gum trees.
Gum trees everywhere. Like you
Ever
could
seen a
hardly.
small gum tree, cunt?
Yeah, you could honestly hardly even see a full array of sky, to be honest. It was that covered by tree. So these guys across the road that we were talking about earlier that wanted our speaker thought it would be a fucking brilliant idea to let off fireworks in this caravan park. But not only that, they didn't set them up properly. So, because they were across the road from us, the firework pack had tipped over toward our caravan site and fired off fireworks toward our campsite. So one of my mates
Really in
is
the trenches.
was honestly on his way to go grab a beer, which was over on the other side of the campsite, and the one singular firework went probably 5 meters away from his face, and he had to Matrix style like dodge these fucking explosion of a firework just to get away from it. But it just kept going off, and it was like they were just lost control of it, and they were holding it, went all across like the street, up and down the street that we were at. But yeah, it was fucked. And that only lasted probably like 15 seconds and stuff like that. It would have been fine. Like, no one would have cared if it was just like fireworks up in the air. Obviously, it's New Year's Eve. But
The fact that it fell over.
it's the fact that it fell over and it shot towards our campsite and like blew up next to ours. But you'll find out why we got so pissed off about it in a second. Is like because when we woke up the next morning after wrapping it up at 12. Ethan, would you have said we wrapped it up at 12:30 or just about after? Probably 1 o'clock.
You guys wrapped it up about 12:30.
Yeah.
I was up to about 3 personally, but there was no music on. It was just voices.
Yeah, that's what I
Us
mean.
talking.
Like the campsite wrapped it up about 12:30 and then went down to the
Our
creek.
campsite did. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, our campsite wrapped it up at about 12:30. Went down to the creek, had a swim, which is the curfew that we were told. Let alone all the other campsites kicking on. Very fucking. You know, it's New Year's Eve. Who gives a fuck? Like, no one ever thought second thoughts about it. Like, it's New Year's Eve. No one cares. But we were all in bed like relatively early to get up and do it again the next day. And we wake up probably 7 o'clock to what, Ethan? I'll let you take on from here because you were at the campsite, not me.
Yeah, well, look, fellow cobber, I'm not going to name his name. He'd only just gotten up there on the day of New Year's Eve day. So he'd only been there for a total of like 13 hours or whatever. Gets there, I've woken up, stumbled out of my swag, head spinning, and he's there to greet me with a beer. Cracked it, foamed up everywhere, to be honest. A bit annoying.
Yeah,
But,
well, 10 o'clock in the morning, summer heat.
And
Don't
then
mind Nemesis, but
this
Cock and
little old
Mars.
lady
Semen in the mouth.
Number 2, clam chowder condom.
Exactly, James. Exactly. Yes.
On the money there, James.
That is it. Clam chowder condom. Yes, okay, so go on, Ethan. Yeah. New Year's Eve.
Yeah, so New Year's Day.
Mm.
Everyone's all hungover as fuck. Thinking, oh, glad that's done, but also glad it happened because it was a good night.
Yeah.
But anyway, fucking just cracked open a beer and I hear like, this probably, I'd say she's 4 foot. I'd say the woman's 4 foot.
Okay,
She definitely
so
was 4 foot.
2 inches
That's-
away from midget. Yeah.
That's pushing
So
it.
this little old woman waltzes up, pretty much tells us that we're getting a fine for the fireworks that we lit off apparently, because we must have been the loudest in the campsite, and
Oh,
apparently
that wasn't it. That wasn't it.
apparently people saw us set the fireworks off.
That wasn't it.
Uh,
She came up and it was like this. You know fireworks are illegal, right? And then our mate was like, oh, yeah, sorry. That wasn't us. So, you can go across the road to ask about that. And then she goes, foot up on the esky. Yeah, well, we just don't know what to do with you guys. And then he goes, oh, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, the noise alone was enough to, get us questioning about your staying ability here in the campsite. And then he goes, oh, if it was about the noise, we're sorry, it won't happen again. It was New Year's Eve. And then all she said was, oh, yeah, that's fair enough. And just hand on hip, walks away. Just keep in mind, she's wearing knee-high cowboy or cowgirl boots with an Akuba on.
Cow them boots at probably 8:15 in the morning. Fully dressed up, full fake of fucking makeup. Real red lipstick. Fresh out
Probably
the Botox.
I'd say give it 20 minutes, 30 minutes. The husband of this hero, this absolute nurse of a human, comes over, soldiering up, puts a foot up on the esky. You know what, guys? Tips the Akuba he's wearing, the folded Akuba he's wearing, grabs his buckle, near his like semi-chopped cock is, tips to one of my mates, goes, you guys are out. And that's it.
Wait, hang on. So he had an Akuba.
Akuba, knee-high boots.
Ah, okay.
Just-
so he's
just
a member of the
think-
homosexual community.
Picture this.
Alright.
Picture this. A folded up Akuba. He's wearing like a Texan button-up shirt with like the fucking, the Texan tie. He's wearing a buckled belt with a jorts and knee-high Akuba boots. So there's a space of hairy skin in between the top of his calf and the beginning of his quad. You know what I mean? It's just a fucking gap of skin, and it just looks like the most
I wasn't
ridiculous
there,
thing.
but I mean, if you're trying to dress for Texas, Gimpy is the farthest fucking thing, man.
Just
I don't know what fantasy he's living in, man, but
Oh,
good
The
luck to him.
wrong one.
yeah, it was fucked, and he just kicked us out, and it was like 8:15 in the morning. But what's his fucking name? He looks like a comedian. I forgot his fucking name, and it's annoying me. But yeah, that was probably like 8:15 in the morning, and I was on a different campsite at the time, and one of my mates came over and was like, "Oh yeah, sorry, be the bearer of bad news. New Year's Day, I was hungover as all hell, as a lot of our listeners would have been New Year's Day, and a lot of my mates listening to this, like well, for one, a lot of us were there, lived the experience.
None of our mates listen to this, mate.
Yeah, it's basically all our mates anyway. But who cares?
Well, if you're listening to this, you're one of our mates anyway. So
yeah. Chew.
thank you to our international, interstate, and inter-suburb listeners.
Hopefully you get a little bit out of this if you don't live around the the area we do. But anyway, one of my mates comes over and he's like, "I've got good news and bad news. Good news, Happy New Year. Bad news, we've been kicked out." And I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
well, that'll do it.
fuck, really? And he's like, yep. So that was it. We packed up our shit, and that was basically it for me. I went beelined at home for like 2 hours. I was fucking. I'm gonna find out who this fucker is as well. Ethan, you had another day, so
Yeah, the other not the other gay. Whoops.
Number 3, brown lady.
The other day was good fun. As I said, it was people who went obviously might be listening or what. It was good fun. I had a lot of fun. It's good to get away. Spend some time connecting with the spiritual roots and whatnot. I'll save that for another episode. But yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, fair
Getting
enough.
kicked out and whatnot, and we still have a laugh about it. So
Number 6, man urinates on fellow passenger for not being allowed to smoke.
Damn.
Cock.
Yeah, well, it sounds like your fucking New Year's is a dick around, man.
that was yours,
And-
Josh.
Yeah, do
Um,
tell us about yours. I heard it was
well-
quite invigorating.
Quite the trip.
Yeah, it certainly was. I'm pretty sure my mum listens to this. It's either that or she gave up on episode 2. Either way, I won't talk about too much, but it was a pretty great night for me. I had a lot of fun. I've got this cut on me, which I think's infected from the whole Brizzy River. So yeah, I could be losing a foot soon, or could be getting a pretty sick scar. So if you ask me, it's a win-win. Because I fucking hate feet. Also, by the way, the Ragtag podcast is anti-foot fetish. So if you're a foot fetish guy, stop listening. Anyway, back to where I was.
And anti-furry fetish too. Just saying.
Yeah,
anti-furry.
definitely.
If that wasn't
definitely.
made clear enough in the first
If you
episode.
dress in a
Fuck
dog suit or a cat
furries.
suit,
Fuck furries.
Go have
Furries
your
can
orgy
suck my
somewhere else
dick,
other than a
not
fucking
sexually.
PG movie.
but yeah, look, I had a really good New Year's night. I couldn't complain. I think I went to bed at like 6:30.
Good
So that was
man.
nice. Yeah.
Well,
Couldn't
I'm
even
glad
stay up
to
for the
hear that.
8:30 fireworks, mate.
What was that?
Couldn't even stay up for the 8:30 fireworks.
Too hard in the morning, mate.
Yeah, brother. But yeah, look, New Year's was good. It's kind of good to get things out the way. But look, on the topic of moving on from 2020, there's been a lot of people that have been going, "Oh, yeah, let's cancel 2020." In my opinion, personally, and I'm not here to cast judgment, but for younger fellas like, yourself, Ethan, and James, you consider yourself young.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah, you're an old
Consider
soul,
young.
but,
I'm an
I'd
old
consider him
soul.
young, but not a person.
No.
we're all an old lump of coal here, but I mean, technically we're all 20. I think 2020 for our generation is probably the most important year of our life, and for people to kind of say, "Oh yeah, it's cancelled, ha ha ha, let's move on." Okay, move on then. You're gonna move on from 2021.
You're the
You're
one
gonna
who's
move
still
on from
talking about it.
2022.
You're gonna move
You
on
gotta
from
hit
being
2050.
dumped on Christmas Day.
You're gonna hit 2050. You're gonna be on, let's say, 90,000 a year. You're gonna have 3 kids and a wife that hates you, or a husband that hates you, and it's all gonna hit you at once, and you're gonna be like, "Oh fuck,
We
holy
should have
shit,"
cancelled all those years.
you know. So look, moral of the story, for all the listeners out there, just kind of look back on 2020 and yeah, it fucking sucked. No one had a good 2020, but fucking the lessons you learned, man.
At least you're still fucking here.
Yeah, at least you're still here and you've got something to fucking show for it. Like me. So over the past week, I've made $3 million.
You made $3 million.
Yep. Guess
Wow.
how I did it. So
It's not a pyramid scheme. It's
No,
not
no,
a pyramid scheme. But it's a
it's not a
get rich
pyra-
quick.
it's not a pyramid scheme, but how it works is it starts from top down. So what you do is that Okay, so say Ethan, I give you this product to sell, right? When you sell a product, you give me a cut, but then you sell it to the people underneath you, and then they give you a cut. So end of the day, you're getting 4 cuts, but you're paying me a cut. So end of the day, I'm a loser, but Ethan, you're making 4 times as much as me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Okay, so see,
Exactly.
that is how it works with cryptocurrency. So recently, I hopped into the world of cryptocurrency, and holy dooly, it's a rush. I again, my mother's listening to this, so there ain't been no drug like it with cryptocurrency. It's
Henry fucking Winkler. That's who it is.
who?
I just realized the guy who the owner of the fucking caravan park looks like Henry Winkler.
What the
Oh, what-
fonts?
Oh,
The
buddy,
guy with the knee-high
wink his
cowboy boots,
asshole.
the jorts, and the cowboy curled up hat looks like Henry fucking Winkler. If you're listening to this, look up Henry Winkler and picture a cowboy hat on him and fucking cowboy boots, jorts, and a Texan shirt with a belt buckle. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Sorry,
And
Josh.
cock hanging out the bottom.
Henry Winkler.
He looks like Henry Winkler. I forgot who his name
Oh,
was.
the Fonz.
Yeah, the Fonz.
Could
Honestly,
have said the Fonz, bro.
Fonzie. I didn't know what his name was. I
Fonzie
forgot.
Fonzarelli.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what he was from. I know he was like a very famous actor, but I forgot what his name was. But he honestly,
Born 30th of
split-
October 1945, West Side.
He is split image of the character I'm talking about. I shit you
nah,
the fuck
you're
not.
not wrong. You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
The one that made
see.
sexual advances on my mate.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Josh. I cut
Yeah,
in
no,
there.
that's right. So, anyway, look, if you're a young adult looking to do something with your money, but you don't want to piss that shit away aimlessly on OnlyFans like I do,
Amen.
ASIC, if you're listening, this isn't financial advice.
this is life advice. Cryptocurrency is the way for you.
We're not
If you
telling you to
want-
invest in anything.
I'm not going to tell you to invest in anything yet, but if you're interested, message the podcast Instagram, and I will get back to you and tell you what you should get into, because I don't want to move the market too much. I'm
Not
pretty
in
happy
an
with how
advice
things are
way.
going.
And
Like-
now's the time to be doing it.
Okay, so sitting here in the past, I don't know, 35 minutes that we've been doing this, I've made $200,000.
No, you haven't.
Guess
Fuck
what?
off.
Guess what? Nah, bro. Hang on, I got this call from Lamborghini Brisbane. I've got to fucking answer it. Give me a second. No, but yeah, the cryptocurrency. Holy fuck, it's a rush. I've never had more fun in my life. It's
Wow.
pretty much covered all my expenses. I'm gonna quit work soon.
Retire.
I'm gonna be like, fuck you, cunt. Yeah. Look, I love where I work, but I do love, and I do also love, but
With little
I fucking-
children.
I fucking hate. And amen.
Amen.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
But yeah, if you're interested in cryptocurrency, the first lesson's free, but after that, I'll have to charge you. But I'm pretty keen to get a few of the listeners onto this. I'll be honest.
Might get OnlyFans opened up where I sell my punting tips.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing OnlyFans.
Yeah, I think we talked about this in the other, I think like episode
Yeah.
3 or something like that.
I can't
One
remember,
of the
but
other episodes. I'm pretty sure we talked about it. We were like talking about opening an OnlyFans just because of the money that you can make from OnlyFans because it's so popular right now.
Yeah,
it'd be
good.
well,
yeah,
the business,
get smashed
Sell
the
it-
punt.
Sell our
onto-
body parts and take advantage of women. Using what we've
business-
got to take advantage of women. I
business
believe.
structure is perfect.
We'll plug Smash the Punt right now. Smash the Punt is a if you're looking for any great horse racing tips on a in the local Brisbane area, hit up Smash the Punt Instagram page and they have got the best tips for you, free of charge, but the best tips.
All you gotta do is follow. All you gotta do is follow.
Follow on
Easy as that.
Instagram. Shameless plug. You know what I mean? It's what have you got to lose? Honestly, you can, even if you don't gamble or if you don't want to use the tips, just follow them just so you can get a feel for the market. You know, you get to see, you can compare. You know what I mean? You maybe even use the tips. Who knows? What have you got to lose? Nothing.
Exactly.
But yeah,
But yeah, look. Either losing money into crypto or losing money to horses. Make a choice. Either way, it's fucking fun. And also there's another reason why I'm getting into crypto and Ethan's about to get into crypto, and it's the passionate hate that I have for China.
Oh,
Not the Chinese people, no, but China, the country, those communist fucks.
I'm also the Chinese, the government governing party.
CCP, brother.
KKP. The KKP.
The cunts, the cunt party, that's what it is.
Number 6. Man urinates on fellow passenger for not being allowed to smoke.
Such a Chinese story.
What urinating on a passenger?
What do we
Yeah.
have to What do we have to say about the CCP? Do we have something to say there?
Well, I feel like Ethan had something to say. I think you just
Um,
wanted to call him out.
So I'm gonna do 2 call outs here. I'm gonna mix it up.
Okay. Go on.
First one, obviously, the CCP, Jinping, or whatever your name is. You obviously know where I live. I've got TikTok, so you're listening to every conversation I'm having. You know exactly where I am. You can look at me in the camera, and if you're looking now, I'm flipping you off. So first and foremost, the CCP, come find me. I'll sort you out. We'll have a conversation. Might even have a beer at the end of it. Never know. But I won't be having a beer with Drew Pavlova.
Not
I
with
was that,
Drew
Ethan?
Pavlova.
I will not be having a beer with him no matter what.
What was that?
The
What's he done?
second call out for the night is obviously Drew Pavlova. I
You don't
I'm
mean
sick of
the
seeing- I'm
Australian
sick of-
activist Drew Pavlo?
well,
That
whatever
goes
his
to the-
name is.
AIDS vaccine school.
I'm just sick of seeing him in the limelight.
You don't mean the
Because
human
doesn't
rights
deserve
and democracy activist trying my best to fight for a better world. Hashtag ignorant rider, the Chinese
Please.
foreign ministry.
Please,
Let's not forget about the time that he harassed Chinese students, just going about that day, calling them slurs in Chinese. Let's not forget about that one. But to each their own. I could be wrong. I think I am wrong.
on the topic of
Jews. Or Pavlova.
riots, actually.
Oh yeah.
I want to put another big fuck you out there, and that's to Antifa.
Oh yeah.
Fascism doesn't fascism isn't a big part of fascism anarchy?
Hmm.
But
Oh,
they're anti-fascist, but here they are having violent protests, wearing masks, and thinking they're invincible. And as soon as anything happens to them, it's like, oh, poor me, the government's not helping me.
yeah. Well, Ethan, humour me for a second. Humour me. Say you're an Antifa follower, like a flag runner, if you will. The guy that throws the bricks at the windows. And I'm the Antifa sort of regional leader. Okay, hear me out.
The Grand High Wizard of Antifa.
I am the Grand Wizard of Antifa. And by the way, before we go on any further, us at the Ragtag podcast view Antifa the same as the Ku Klux Klan. And that's not downgrading what the Ku Klux Klan is, that's just upgrading what Antifa is. It is a terrorist organisation like Ku Klux Klan. Anywho, back to what I was saying. for an organisation that is against capitalism and all those sorts of ideas, and I tell you to do something, you do it, Ethan. So say I tell you to throw a brick at ANZ Ashgrove, right?
I'd do it happily.
Aren't you submitting to my leadership?
Oh no, that's a completely different story. But
Oh,
in that
well,
case, if we're excluding my own personal problems with ANZ,
okay. Let's not make it ANZ. Let's make it something you love. Eagle
honeybees.
Boys, Arana Hills. Oh no, it's shut down. No. Okay,
ITV.
honey. I tell you to go to Caxton Street and throw a brick at honeybees. Would you do it for the sake of me and what I believe in?
No,
So you're telling me you just leave Antifa?
I'd leave Antifa and walk straight into honeybees with a fistful of cash that I stole from the donations.
See, ladies and gentlemen, that's what they call a man. You never you never fold on your own beliefs, and that's what these suckers at Antifa do. You know,
Pushovers,
you get all
really.
the, yeah, legit. You just got all these soft cocks who are looking for a little bit of puss, and that's not me being derogatory. That's literally what most of them do. And they get told to do this, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, oh yeah, smash a window, oh yeah, I'll do that, without taking any regard for small business, without taking any regard for actual responsibility, and yeah, look, I don't want to be stereotypical, I don't want to generalize, but most of these motherfuckers are typically of your art student sort of type who pay, well, in the US it's a lot worse. To sum it up, and it's pretty funny, my degree costs about 50 grand. 1 year of art school costs 50 grand, and they got to do it for 4 years. So fucking sucked in. But back to what I was saying, most of these students are putting themselves into debt for literally no reason. Because yeah, good luck being a wedding planner, cunt. But yeah, look, Antifa, if you're listening, 4065. I won't give you the address. I'll let you work for it. Come fucking find me, cunt.
That's
Come
it.
fucking find me. But yeah, so that's all I got to say on Antifa. It's just a fraudulent communist system, which again, like all communists are, except for North Korea, is illegitimate. I actually kind of respect North Korea a little bit. Just a little bit. If anyone's got communism down, it's fucking them.
How to swindle an entire country.
No, they know how to be fucking miserable, man. It's good. I was
Really?
reading the other day. So you had Kim Jong ill
True.
beforehand, and then you had Kim Jong sick beforehand. But Kim Jong il, during his reign, 50% of border crossings got over. So people who would attempt to get across the border, 50% would get through to South Korea or China or Mongolia. The other 50% would just most likely go to prison. Under Kim Jong il, that got diminished to about 10%. Then during COVID, it's like 1.5%, 2%, with the remaining 98% pretty much just being shot on the spot. If you ask me,
Yeah.
that's how you do communism.
Eliminating the problem at the source.
Quite literally, all for one, one for all. So, look.
I like that kind of mentality though.
Yeah, well, that's what Antifa's missing.
You want to be the best, then
I
you
believe
got to
we were
step up.
having the discussion the other day about how many, what was it, 9-year-olds we could beat up?
Yeah, yeah, I remember this conversation.
Yeah, so we agreed that in a wave, so not one at a time, but in a mass, I reckon I could take on 12 to 13 9-year-olds, and I think that's the general consensus.
Are these 9-year-olds from Caboolture or?
No, we said Brisbane. We said
Not
Brisbane.
the ones tweaking from meth from the last episode.
They're just high on Fortnite or whatever they
Yeah.
play in these
Yeah.
days.
These
High
ones
on
didn't stop.
Ali A and Laser beam.
T. Martin. But these,
Tobuscus.
T.
Yeah.
Martin. Tobuscus.
let's get right into the news.
Tobuscus is a rapist.
Shout out Keemstar. I love Keemstar.
No, I don't like Keemstar after he called out Tobuscus and said he'd hope he'd report on his death. You don't do that.
Pretty funny.
But I hope Keemstar comes on the podcast.
Pretty funny.
Send an
Oh, what?
email, so
Yeah.
hopefully.
Fucking where was I? Yeah, so I believe personally I could take on probably about 12 to 15, 9-year-olds, depending on part of Brisbane, which I think is a fair number.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But in Tifa members, at once,
All of them.
all of them come.
All
Or
of
just
them.
all of them.
Every single one.
Every single one.
Every single one.
All of them at once.
Every single member. From the top to the bottom.
Give me a honk of a light bulb, and I'll take on friggin' all the 9, 10, 8-year-olds in the world.
It's
You know
going to
what I mean?
be Rambo Last Blood. It's just going to be Josh Horsell Last Blood.
Just
That's
melted
right.
into
In
the side of
Tifa,
a
that's my
train.
name. Search me up. Come find me, cunt. Please.
I'm pretty sure we doxed ourselves on the first episode.
Did we?
Yeah, well, with the whole Michelle Obama shit too.
Yeah. We also didn't post that on YouTube. The
Forgot about-
speech from last episode sort of got pretty lazy in the new year. We had a
Yeah,
whole
it's,
speech prepared to post on YouTube, but if we get 3, we're
Drunk
done.
the whole time, I think.
YouTube's taken down, which, you know, like, who really gives a shit about, you know, I don't really care.
Alex Jones isn't on YouTube, so what's the
As I
point?
said, I hope
No,
I
he's
get cancelled.
gone. He's blacklisted,
better.
isn't he?
Is he
Alex Jones.
blacklisted from everything?
Yeah, basically.
Like Facebook, Instagram, everything, Twitter.
It's funny. I'm watching if any of you guys have Netflix, I've been watching. Have you ever seen Homeland on Netflix?
I know the show, but I haven't
yes.
seen it.
So it's a show about the CIA. Obviously, it's about terrorism, and it covers a whole array of shit, like all over the world. It's pretty cool. It's a really good show. Really like the show. But in the latest episodes, it's got a new character that's introduced, which is very, very, very clearly an Alex Jones ripoff, and he's got a new name, blah blah blah, but the exact same set, different show title. He talks about the same shit about, like, you know, like the, you know, global conspiracies.
Information warfare.
Yeah, like information
Wait,
warfare.
what show is this on?
Homeland. It's on Homeland. It's like it starts
Homeland,
in
okay.
season 6. It starts. It's pretty cool. It's really funny because the main character is like this, you know, just like a CIA agent that's like really smart, blah blah blah. But her best friend, and like the agency's like someone like it's like an experienced like spy or whatever. But you can just tell he's very racist as well, like low key racist. But like it's very clear to all his colleagues. There was in season 3, after a terrorist bombing, spoiler alert, there was a Muslim like CIA agent. So she was like she had lived in like America, not Australia, sorry. Lived in America, and she worked for the CIA, and she's a Muslim, so she has to wear a hijab, right? So she comes into work right at the CIA headquarters, and this guy goes to her. And like the shot is so funny. It's like you'd never seen her before, and it's her walking through the main gates, metal detectors, all the rest of it, and it's all these like spies and stuff just staring at her as she's walking by in a really, like, you know, obviously a very judgmental attitude. It's funny as. And she goes into like this meeting room with the guy, and it's like, oh, I don't understand what this thing is. And all he goes is like, you reckon you can just come into here wearing that thing and think you can just not get looked at? And it's like, holy fuck. Holy shit. Just like, you think you can come into this office wearing that? Pointing to the hijab. And it's just fucking hilarious. It's just so bad. But it's a good show. I fucking find it so good. I'm almost done it. So, if you want to give it a listen or give it a watch, it's on Netflix. So, pretty good.
Homeland's the one with the guy at the start who's like a prisoner of war and they pick up and shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's a good show and shit. That's
yeah.
good.
It's a good show. Good show.
Alright,
A lot of twists and turns. It's good.
yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Good show that I've watched for the 4th time now. It's a real emotional drainer. Trailer Park Boys.
Mm.
Amen. It's a
The
good one.
fucking best show I've ever watched, I think.
Emotional roller coaster.
Oh, it's so funny. Like, it makes me want to move to Canada and find a trailer park just to live in.
It makes
Like,
it makes living in a trailer park look fucking awesome.
It's the best. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix. Netflix take over for the last 3 seasons and easily 10. They got a dog shit, but the first 7, it's the funniest shit. Like, it's just for 22 minutes of your time a day, like, per episode. It's just funny from start to end.
Number 2, clam chowder condom.
Exactly.
Number 2.
What is a clam chowder condom?
You don't want to know.
Well, is it a condom filled with clam chowder, or is it like dick cheese that is like clam chowder?
It's up for
It was,
interpretation.
Well,
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
It's
I
up
don't
for
like being
interpretation.
open to interpretation. I like black and white.
Clam chowder condom.
Clam chowder condom.
Oh, today, buddy, for the first time, clean my room.
For the first time
Yeah.
ever.
Is this
Yeah.
going where I think it's going? Are you...
Nah, I'm not that dirty.
What do you mean?
Oh, well.
How can you...
Well, like,
I don't get
I
it.
don't know, for the
Is
past,
this a
like,
joke?
no, like, clean my room is in, like, you know, it's moderate, but my closet's a fucking mess. And there's just shit everywhere. Like, there's toenails on the fucking floor and shit.
So you didn't clean it?
Well, I followed the bed.
Number 3, brown lady.
Yeah, brown lady.
Michelle Obama,
Mike.
brown lady.
I'm still
no,
pissed off. I'm
yeah.
still pissed off about that, if I'm honest. How can we
Yeah,
how can we go from one episode calling the Pope a bitch, you know, Catholic Church owning 90% of everything, but we call Michelle Obama a man once, and our video gets taken down?
Clinton's man.
Yeah, I think it kind of goes to show whose party the old YouTube sides with.
Who's really in power?
I kind of want to be the
Yeah.
Pope someday. That'd be pretty funny. I reckon at my inauguration, like I get that sick. Well, I'm already celibate pretty much anyway for a year. I'll fucking celebrate a little bit more. Get to the Pope level, right? Picture this. The white smoke comes out the chimney. Everyone's like, oh my god, they picked a new Pope.
It's just steamed cum.
I walked. Well, this is where I'm getting at, James. I walk out onto the balcony, right?
Right?
And I pull my blouse, or whatever the fuck that bloody gay shit the Pope wears up,
The
and
cloaks.
it's just my cock and balls.
Straight up.
And all
And I stage jive
Jive.
20 stories into the crowd, and that is how my life ends.
this is the only thing that plays over the speakers they have.
Number 6, man urinates on fellow passenger
While
for
you're
not
plummeting.
being allowed to smoke.
Maybe I urinate first.
And it's just me doing an Anton Chigurh impression, the guy from No Country from Old Men. Oh,
Anton
I am
Chigurh.
Anton Chigurh and I'm gay. This is an iteration
had
of
a
the
tryst,
Comtown
Mr.
podcast
Bond.
where my heart was broken by a little boy.
I had a
Maybe
tryst
wait
with
when
a
you do it.
14-year-old boy.
In this iteration of James Bond, my heart was broken by a 14-year-old little boy, and now I'm gay.
Hey
Number 2,
guys,
clam chowder condom.
come meet my friend Anton Chigurh.
Hello.
Hey. Oh shit!
Could
I
go on
took
and
some
just
melatonin
rip off another
like an hour
podcast,
ago.
but I think it's probably copyrighted. You know, it's probably a
Who
premium
cares?
episode as well.
I took some melatonin about 40 minutes ago and shit, it's hitting, man.
Clam chowder condom. Yeah, I'm
Imagine
gonna look up
coming
clam chowder after this episode. I'm uploading this episode. I'm gonna look up clam chowder condom on Google Images. I
Oh,
encourage
don't.
the audience to do the same.
That's like blue waffle, cunt. Don't do it.
Blue waffle, what's that? I never heard of that.
Oh, for the
I'm
audience
gonna
at
Google
home,
it. I'm gonna Google it.
for the audience at home, do not
Blue
by
waffle.
any circumstance search up blue waffle.
It actually only comes up with blue waffles now.
Really?
Yep.
To be fair, grade 8 was 7 years ago, so it wouldn't surprise me if they changed it. But
Even if
Wait,
you go
is it-
blue waffle
Yes,
disease,
well, okay, well, if you search up blue waffle disease, I think it's pretty obvious what's gonna
blue
unfold
waffles.
there.
Nothing. Blue waffles.
Literally.
I shit you not. If you do it on Google,
God
at
damn it.
least, blue waffles.
Number
What about
3,
naked bears?
brown lady.
Naked
I love-
bears still got to be a
I
thing.
love that one. Brown
That's was a
lady.
classic, isn't it?
Yeah, that one's still. Yep, that's a
That's
thing.
still definitely, yeah, I thought
Well
so.
and truly. Look up.
I think
It's very
Naked
safe for
anything.
work. If you look up naked bears at work, that's a very safe thing, especially if you're a guy. If you're at work and you're listening to this and you're a guy, look up naked bears. It's pretty cool.
if you're a fella of the homosexual community, it's up your alley. Let's just say that.
There's a few Brian Shaw lookalikes.
If you're a young twink looking for a bear, go right ahead.
Number
you
3, brown lady.
Yes, Ethan.
Are you talking about? Because I searched up naked bear. Are you talking about the bears with no skin, or the random black guy with his cock out?
The big, burly men that are just naked.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm
Yeah,
trying
I've
to exit
seen
my
enough.
phone.
It'd be really
Fuck.
funny if someone from my house sort of just walks in, just sees like me doing the podcast with my mic in front of me, and they look to my laptop next to me and they just see a bunch of naked men. You know, it'd be questionable considering, you know, I have a significant other. It would be funny though.
That's a man.
Well, it'd be weird for me, a man, lonely, for my mother to walk in. On one laptop I have OnlyFans, on the other I have my crypto balance, and it appears that I'm talking to myself. So look, James, life could be a lot worse.
It
You
could.
take the good with the bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
at least you
yeah.
got that significant other. And they know they got that podcast for mic for a podcast, man. But
Yeah.
look, folks, I think it's kind of well, I need to go to bed. That's fucking for sure.
Say
Mm.
that again.
Well,
It's in that time.
Anyone else listens to this, it's just gonna be, you know, us talking shit, drunk, well,
Quick,
in the
Yeah.
morning. It's gonna be concerning. This
Yeah.
wasn't posted in the morning. We're not drunk in the morning. You know, we don't have a problem.
Yeah.
It's not a problem until we say it's a problem.
I can quit whenever I want, cunt.
I can stop when I want.
Yeah. Quick plug to, as always, our brothers over at Moose Mobile and our sisters too, providing the cheapest and healthiest phone plans for your smart, nimble little device. If you're looking for anything cheap and durable that will last you a long time and take you anywhere you need in the world, hit up Moose Mobile, CanStar rated 2020. And yeah, I didn't even fucking read the website that time.
Also,
Got it down pat.
I want to plug
Yeah.
Pushing Through Blue podcast again. Great
Yep.
podcast. Great podcast. Great host. Great guests on the podcast. Really well run. Really well edited. Check their socials. Check their podcast. You know, give them a listen if you're you know, struggling. So it's good. It's good mental
Yeah.
health awareness. It's real good.
Feeling down and brown, you always got your Beyond Blue and Lifeline links. Hit them up, hit us up. But other than that, we've hoped you've had a good New Year's, taking good care of yourself, and we do hope that 2021 is your year. I know it's fucking my year, that's for sure. I've already
Amen.
made 3 million. We're
3
2
million.
days in. Yeah,
Number 3, brown lady.
I've made a brown lady. Yeah,
Josh has made a brown lady this
Yep.
year.
yeah, I made the brown lady.
Amen.
All
But
right,
yeah.
folks. We'll see you
Before,
next week.
Before
Oh,
we
yes,
shoot
Ethan.
off,
Yeah.
just two quick plugs. I'd like to just shout out the Pacers and Chasers Club at Albion Park. Top-notch service, everything awesome, and also to the Brecky Creek Hotel for not kicking us out.
Amen.
Even after we did perform a real-life RKO in the TAB there. So, quick shout out to them. Go check them out. Cheap piss, good vibe. Can't go wrong.
Breakfast Creek Hotel and the Albion Park Greyhounds. Check them out. You know, if you live in Brisbane, give them. And obviously you've been to the Brecky Creek. If you haven't, what the fuck are you doing? Have a crack. One of the best steaks in Brisbane. Albion Park Greyhounds, underrated venue. $5 fucking beers. If you want to go get cheap beers before going out, go to the Greyhounds. What?
Freaking the
What?
Greyhounds.
Got music, got cheap piss. What more can you want? Greyhounds. Go there. Albion Park. Shameless plug. I don't give a fuck. Go there.
And saying that we're plugging, if you're looking to get into cryptocurrency or any sort of thing crypto, hit up Binance. Binance is a great securities exchange app. Don't tell the SEC about it.
There's also, ASIC, if you're listening,
It's
this
an
is
easy
not
way to make money.
This is not financial advice.
No, don't. Oh shit! Don't listen to what I'm saying. But if I were you, this is what you do. Okay, you hit me up. I'll give you 3 units, right? Let's say you sell all 3. You pay me a cut for all 3. But then again, you get the people underneath you, so you get 4 people under that, right? And you get them to sell you 3 units. Guess how much money you're making? You're making 4 commissions. I'm only making 1. So if you ask me, sign
deal.
up now. It's not a pyramid, so to speak. It's more of a 2D triangle shape, so it's not really a pyramid scheme.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not a pyramid scheme.
Also, one last pump. Drew Pavlova. Fucking lick my nuts, brother.
Fuck you.
Oh well, no. We're
Fuck
gonna get
you.
done. No, we're gonna get done for not blasphemy. He's not a god. What's
I
the
don't
other
know
one?
who he is, so
Assault.
fuck you.
Harassment, bullying.
Nah.
Malicious harassment.
Hang on.
Come
hang on.
suck my knocks, Drew. Fuck you.
No, it's a legal term.
Battery.
Defecation. No, that's shitting.
No, that probably-
Defamation.
Defamation.
Defamation was when we accused him of giving people AIDS. Woo!
Well, I
Giving
suppose
people AIDS.
defamation's when you make up lies about people.
Yeah. If I say fuck you, that's not defamation. That just means I don't like him.
Yeah, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, exactly right. Nothing wrong with that. Free country. I'm allowed to not like who I want.
Well, isn't that what he's protesting for?
Exactly right.
Oh,
So if you got a problem with that, you better rethink your model, mate.
Practice
Come on,
what you preach,
cunt.
brother. Practice what you preach.
Exactly right. But
I'm
yeah,
currently watching this crypto stock.
Number
peak,
2,
and
clam chowder condom.
I'm watching this clan chatter condom rise.
but yeah. I hope
Um,
you guys had a
we'll
good
join-
New Year.
You can join us for episode 6 next week. And yeah,
Been real.
Should be doing weekly episodes from now. We'll see how we go. But yeah, as Ethan
between
said,
Sunday and Wednesday.
it's been real. All right.
Thank you very much, Sherwin.
Treat yourselves
Welcome back,
well.
Bob.
Happy New Year. See you on the flip side.
See you later.
Right. See you later.
Fucking fag.